What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we have special guests. We have Todd Andrews and Donna Lou with Donna Lou and the Cow Tippers. Welcome.
Hi.
Finally got some musical guests in here.
Nice.
So you guys are the first ones on our new stools from Pastor Noble's Furniture. So these are specifically for our musical guests. So, and you guys are them. So you guys are the first ones breaking them in.
Nice.
They're quite comfy. I like it.
And they're westerny, they're cowboy.
Perfect.
You can spin around in circles if you want to.
I might purchase this after this.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, tell me about yourself. So, Donna, you've been playing for a long, long time.
Yeah. I started in my around 20. And so it's been quite a fun little journey of, different bands, mainly Lulu and the Cow Tippers. But I've done other projects like O'Donna. I had a Christian project called Clear Bell. And I did an all-girls group called Romeo and the Juliets.
Oh, really?
Actually, it wasn't all girls, because our guitarist was a guy, which was Chris Hangos. So, yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
Heck yeah. It was super fun. But, yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. That's been since 20, let's see.
28 years of music. Yeah.
Just here in the Central Coast? Or have you went other places?
Played out in Tahoe, Bakersfield. I got a invite for Palm Springs, and probably go back to Tahoe. So
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So thinking back to when you were graduating in Tascadero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the music industry back then. Look at the North County back then. Would you ever envisioned, you have this passion for, singing, you love music, to where it's at today?
Yeah.
It's massive. Everybody's playing somewhere at some time.
Right. What was your question?
Just envision the way that the North County has evolved into this like music mega, area.
It's a great area with all the wineries and different clubs, and definitely didn't imagine doing it this long. But when you're a musician and it's kind of in your blood, you kind of, it tends to, what was my calling. So I feel, and with social media, there wasn't social media when I was, in my 20s. So just making music videos and stuff, like suddenly
That's kind of helped.
all the gigs just kind of started coming to me instead of me having to reach out. And so, it's nice to fill up your calendar and have people reach out to you because they've seen you, at various videos or.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So Todd, tell me about yourself. So what's Todd's story?
Well, kind of the same deal. We actually graduated around the same time, so this was like 94. I played guitar through high school, and I decided that I wanted to do this for a living, much to the dismay of my parents. No. But I I left Paso, went to LA for 13 years and tried to do the typical, I'm going to make it. And did not make it. But I came back to Paso about 13 years ago, around 2009. While I was in LA, if the only thing that could have happened in LA did happen was I met somebody that introduced me to the world of TV music. And so I been making what's known as library music for television, which is like basically background music for reality shows and theme songs for NBC and Fox Sports. And so it's kind of become this thing where I make my living making music from my house. And it's been really cool. But there's this other itch side of me that when you first start playing guitar, you don't picture yourself sitting at a computer. Also, I'm basically become a computer guy. So I wanted to get out of the house, play some bands, and now that's what I'm doing. And so that's the other side. That's the weekend side of it. And
so what would be some of the stuff that we would recognize for sports or movies or?
There is on Fox Sports, there's a show in the morning called First Things First. I did the theme for that. That's a 3-hour show. And then in the afternoon, there's a show called Lock It In. I also did the theme for that. There's a Disney show. This is off the air now, but it was called The Mighty Med, which is about these two kids that are doctors for superheroes. Kind of weird. But I did the theme song for that. The company did, but I'm the one who composed it.
And played it.
Yeah, and it's cool. And it's sort of one of the, if you can do the job of making many different styles of music and making it really fast and on demand, it's a good way to make some money. It's one of the last few ways to make some cash doing music these days. You know? And it's kind of sustained me, and it's been nice. But
and you did something with Deadpool too, right?
yeah, that was my friend's project. It's known as Team Headkick. I went to high school with this guy, Mason Storm, and he had this idea in 2009 about making rap songs about video games. And I said, that's so stupid. I was like, that's genius. And so I was like, I want in. So basically, he started what's kind of known as a subgenre, which is nerdcore hip hop. At the time, there wasn't too many people doing it, and which is basically making hip hop tracks about nerdy things like video games. And so he started doing this, and I would make the music, and we would split the music profits. And we did a song for the video game Deadpool. And then when the movie came out, I don't know who saw it. I think Ryan Reynolds himself saw our song on YouTube and included it in the movie. And it wasn't just like a little placement. It was like 2.5 minutes the song was playing. And then we got on the soundtrack album. And then we got on the Billboard charts. It was weird.
Wow.
And then we got in part 2 also. And
oh, no kidding.
and since then we haven't done anything. It's been nice.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That's a cool story. So, and obviously you guys went to school together.
Yeah, it's funny. We went to school together. We grew up on the same street.
Yeah, right around
Never
here.
met because his parents drove him to school and I rode the bus every day. Junior high, high school, we never met.
Sounds funny.
And about 4 or 5 years ago, we met at the Poorhouse 10-year reunion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
no kidding.
Matt recruited him as a guitar player for O'Donnell. And then I recruited him as a guitar player for Lulu and the Cow Tippers. And then we wrote an EP. Mm-hmm. And then right as we were going to promote our EP, the pandemic happened. And so we couldn't really play. So I bugged him every day and was like, well, let's write another EP since we can't play. So we wrote another EP. And then one of our songs won Best Rock Song for the New Times Music Awards. And so we got to perform that. And
Wow, that's so for somebody that doesn't know what an EP means, like myself, what's an EP?
The short album.
not quite an album.
Like a 5-song album. Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the second one was what, 7 songs?
Yeah, about
we
7
did?
songs, yeah.
So I guess that's considered
It's kind
an
of like
album.
when you want to make an album, but you don't want to go all the way.
Yeah.
So did you launch that EP?
Yeah,
We did.
Both of them are on Spotify and Apple Music. And
Yes.
you just look
Okay.
up Lulu and the Cow Tippers. They're both on there. They're pretty cool.
What about
Yeah.
videos? Have you guys ever made a video yet?
No, we never did.
Next?
We've thought about it.
I've wanted to.
Yeah, but it's weird. Videos these days aren't. I mean, they're fun as a fun thing to do,
Yeah.
but they're not really that effective as a promotional tool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the way to promote stuff, I don't even know. The best way to promote stuff is to do shows, and
Yeah.
but videos are it's fun.
So
to
nobody's
have.
really watching videos anymore, like MTV.
Yeah, exactly. And people are like with MTV, people are always saying, "Why doesn't MTV play music videos anymore?"
True.
It's because there's no money in it. That's
Yeah, exactly. And you have to put money into, making videos if you want it to be successful.
Yeah, there have been. I've done a few music videos in my life, and if they're not done right, it
Yeah.
can be pretty bad.
Catastrophic.
And I've done a few. I've done one back in the day that looked really good, and I did one with Small Kicks. We did one for Wagon Wheel, and that one turned out pretty good. And then, but I've done another one where it was not as good, and unfortunately it's not on YouTube anymore. And whoever directed the video now is going to see this, and they're going to be very upset.
Well, what's interesting is you guys both, I mean, you have multiple,
Projects.
projects, bands, whatever you want to call it. You're in multiple also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
It's a problem.
It's like, how do you keep? I mean, it's like, hey, Todd, what are you playing back there? We're singing a different song. I mean, how do you? I mean, gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
We have a set list.
Set lists and things like that. Organizational. There's a lot of musicians in this area. It is kind of like musical chairs a little bit, where like in LA or something like that. Although I don't know this for a fact, but where you have like your band and this is my band and we're gonna make it all the way. But when you're kind of just doing this, if you want to gig a lot and make a good side hustle with this, you play with multiple bands.
Yeah.
Because the odds of one band getting booked 3 times a weekend are pretty astronomically not happening. But if you're in 7 bands, then
you're gonna play.
Yeah.
At some point, anyways. So Donna, are you the one that sits there and puts the list together? Like when you go and do your gigs, do you sit there and say, we're going 1, 2, 3?
Well, we have a set list that we've put together quite a while ago, and sometimes we'll just switch it up and basically follow that list and switch it around a little bit. And back to the video thing, we've done live videos like for like on Facebook, and some of those are because we did like a live video and it sounded really good, got like 25.
Is that the Bill Gaines thing that we did?
No, just with Matt Kim.
Oh yeah.
Like we did one that got like 20,000.
Oh yeah.
20,000 views, and like I can't tell you how many shows I got.
Really?
From doing live videos. And
her and Matt Kim do these videos at his house where they do covers and he posts it on Facebook and they get views.
Yeah.
And during COVID, that was really the only way to do anything.
We were doing it before COVID, during COVID, after COVID. Mm-hmm. Not so much anymore, just because we've just been busy.
Well, what's so funny is, we always talk about, what's the best method of marketing myself or business or something like that, and there's so many different, newspaper, radio, TV, this and that.
Yeah.
But everybody is on their phone. You know? I mean, everybody, like here, everybody has that phone.
Yeah.
Everybody's, even though they're with people, they're at dinner, they're doing this, and they're watching things. And it's like, this is the best platform.
Totally.
Yeah, if you can get people's attention, and we know where their attention is, it's on their phone.
Yeah.
And if you can do it in a way that's works. Now it is a little bit oversaturated.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not as simple as just playing a song, although sometimes it is playing a song on an acoustic for a camera. But yeah, but
sometimes you see, like you go to these different music venues and they have this, the hot performer or somebody coming in and they're really not that, that great, and I don't know whose ears are listening that says it, but somebody's, I guess that counts because they're up there on the stage. But, like I said, I mean, I've heard you, sing before, I've seen and heard you play as well. I mean, you guys are legit, you guys are, have a great tone. You have a great, chemistry, as the band and fun, and that's probably why. I know it's a fun name, Lulu and the Cow Tippers. Yeah. What does that mean? Who's the cow?
It's funny.
Right?
This is cows.
Funny how that name came about. Because I met the Cow Tippers at the Cayucas Tavern, and when I was 20, because I heard music across the street over in Cayucas, was having a practice with my buddy Roby DeGan, and went over there, checked it out, and it was bingo night, and which was with my buddy Tyler Mitchell, who's been my longest standing bandmate. And I asked them if I could sit in, and 2 weeks later, I became their singer. We practiced for a little bit, and we're like, okay, band name. We couldn't really think of anything, and I showed up, and Steve Eddy just jotted down Lulu and the Cow Tippers, and I'm like, oh, that's lame. We got to change that, and we never changed it. It just stuck, and
what flows?
Yeah,
Lulu and the Cow Tippers.
But at first, I was like, what is this?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so here you are today, still Lulu and the Cow Tippers.
28 years later.
And Lulu and the, let's see, no.
Okay, so we got Lulu and the Chaos, which is with Rolf. And that's basically an all cover band, but Rolf and I harmonize, which is nice. I've always wanted to harmonize with a fellow musician, and so So there's no originals, just basically your classic 70s, 80s, a few of today's hits. And with O'Donna, it's more like that started out as a writing project. We wrote a bunch of songs, and then just through doing the lives on Facebook, we started getting booked. So then we put together some covers, and basically that's how that got started. And I basically pulled him into everything because he's pretty kick-ass.
You're like, you're coming with me. We're starting Donna and something else, and you're coming with me too.
Exactly.
Right on.
I've utilized him.
So tell me one of your most memorable, experiences on stage together. I know he put you on the spot.
I would say the New Times Music Awards.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, there's always, with doing shows, there's within a year, there's good ones and there's bad ones. And the percentage, there's some that you're just like, why did we just do that?
Yeah.
But, where there's like 5 people there. But yeah, the New Times Awards, I would have to say, was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Mainly because it comes down to enthusiasm of the audience and just like the energy on stage, and people were just into it. And
you can't really get into it if you, like you said, you have 5 people there and and they're looking at you going,
I know. Oh, yeah. There are certain gigs which I call "Can you turn it down" gigs, which some people hire a band and then we start playing and they come up like, "Can you guys turn it down?" I was like, okay. So there's those, but those get far outpowered by the great ones, which is that one. There have been a few rowdy ones, like was come at Pine Street where we just completely destroyed the place.
Yeah.
Those were pretty cool. And a lot of it is, unfortunately, and this is kind of in our control, but kind of not. It has to do with the audience and how into
that's where the energy comes from.
Yeah, which kind of makes me think like, am I just starved for attention? Is that why I'm doing this?
Now, Donna, have you ever had anybody jump on the stage, like charge the band or anything like that? Crazy,
for sure.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always, and sometimes at Pine Street, there's a few like before the show, there's they're like, this person's gonna be a problem.
You guys are already writing them down. Right here, left corner.
At Harry's, and this guy in the audience is just clapping and says, "Let's go, yeah." I'm just like, what? I was like, I don't want to like, why are you doing this? Why? Like, what makes you think that because we're on stage and we're playing music that, first of all, you treat us like a jukebox? You guys, can you play this? Can you play? You guys know any of this? I'm like, this requires rehearsal. This is not easy, just so you know. But yeah.
Wow.
And I've seen a few things in my 28 years of music that some I won't mention.
You've probably seen some rowdy stuff.
Yeah, I have.
Like
all kinds of
bar
stuff.
brawls, as you're saying,
Bar brawls, intimate things I did not want to see.
Oh my gosh, maybe you should write a book.
Right?
Donna Lulu.
I thought about that, actually.
Wow. I bet that's pretty crazy. Like I said, I mean, I can only imagine you guys obviously, from the top, you're up higher, you get to see, everybody down below.
I got to crowd surf a couple times. That was kind of fun.
Have you ever just stop? Hey, stop it. Hey, you get the hell out of here. Have you ever done that?
Pretty much. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I think we watched somebody, they were dancing really hard and somebody got knocked over and got a concussion. And so they're like on the floor, but we're still playing. We're like, should we keep playing? Should we stop? Like, this person, and then like paramedics start coming in. We're like, okay, yeah, maybe we should stop.
No, that's where you start filming. That's the video. You go live.
Were you there when, okay, so this is quite a moment. Halloween. Were you there in Halloween?
Okay.
Halloween at Harry's. My buddy Matt Kim, awesome guy, playing, and during our break, he basically passed out and went to go walk outside, passed out, face smashed the ground, broke his teeth, cracked his jaw. He's laying on the ground. The ambulance came. He's like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. He gets up and plays another set. At this time, he looked like a zombie army guy. And nobody knew the extent of his damage. But he got up there and played another set. And I'm bleeding all over his guitar. I don't see anything more rock star than that.
Was everybody just kind of like going...
Well,
Nobody had a clue.
it was Halloween, so
Yeah.
and,
so they thought it was part of
they
the
blended right.
Yeah. At first, he was just army guy. Then he was like zombie army guy with his. I mean, there was like.
When did you change your
blood.
costume
It
during
was
the
crazy.
gig?
I know.
I'm
Wow.
like, wow, okay.
That's
that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, are you sure?
Well, so tell me about some of the songs that you guys do. So you guys are now obviously writing songs, playing songs. So tell me, you guys are going to play some songs today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about those.
Yeah.
I think the first one that we're gonna play is was our award-winning rock song, and it's called "Just Begun." And we wrote it during the pandemic, and I basically wrote it about my kids and how basically I just want to savor my time with them. And like I was thinking of when he sent me the song, I'm like, hey, let's write a song. He's like, all right. Then he sends it over the phone, and I'm
Like
like,
that same day?
basically
That's
that
kinda
same day.
Then, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And when I was listening to it, I was thinking about that song "Time in a Bottle," and how you just want to capture that time and
embrace
so I
it.
kind of embrace that time with my kids.
Sure.
And savor that moment. And
Goes so fast.
basically,
Goes
yeah,
fast.
because I've raised 4 kids and it just goes super quick.
Yeah.
And so that was basically my concept of writing. And he basically sent me a complete song. And
Yeah, that one was more of this, and this just goes to show you that good creativity doesn't always require time. A lot of people think you got to spend a lot of
or
time
even
on
being
something.
together.
Yeah, I literally, I did, that was written in one take. I wrote it in 5 minutes. And I was kind of I was ripping off Aerosmith. I was kind of like a Sweet Emotion kind of vibe. Or no, Dream On, that's what it was. But I kind of put my own spin on it. But she wanted something to write to, so I was like, oh yeah, cool. So I did this and just sent it to her, and then it was kind of done like that.
Yeah.
So how does that work? So you send him the lyrics.
Well, I sent her the music.
He sends me the music. I listen to it over and over. And as soon as I listen to it, like, I don't know, stuff that was going through my mind at the time, I just start writing out on paper. And I mean, it was pretty quick.
So the music is the horse.
Yeah.
I kind of put the music first as sort of a framework, and she'll get ideas. You just kind of like.
And then I kind of think of a
improvise
melody over the music and write the lyrics, and tends to work.
And so when you do the music, Todd, do you do like the core or the, because sometimes the music is the same, like throughout the songs. So it's like, okay, or do you do the whole thing, like the whole 1 minute?
Try to get it. I try to get it as fleshed out as possible in the first session, and sometimes we'll write in the same room. And yeah, there's sometimes a lot of people will have a riff, like one part. But I try to, that tends to be boring if you're just going to repeat the same riff over and over again. So the song needs sections. And this is something I've learned from composing for TV so much. I've done about 700 tracks for television at this point. So through doing that many tracks, you just learn how to, certain things like arranging tricks and how to keep people's attention. And there's a lot of pitfalls that a lot of people fall in, which is basically repeating the same chord progression over and over again. So I try to get like a verse and a pre-chorus and a chorus, have them be separate from each other. And so I'll just like repeat those, and she'll start streaming consciousness.
And then you just listen to it and you're like, oh, let's put this word there. And then you kind of.
I feel like I've got a gift with lyrics and melodies.
Yeah, she'll, which I've never seen anybody else do this. Some people will, when they're thinking of a song, they'll think of a title, and then they'll do a concept, this and that. She'll just start from line 1. Here's line 1. Here's line 2. Here's line 3. And it usually never changes. It's just like, do-do-do-do-do, and there's a song.
Basically, yeah. I think we've, like, the fastest we've written a song was within like a half hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
most of them are within. If it takes any longer than that, it's like, nah.
I'm spending too much time on it.
It's almost like it just. comes through,
which I think a lot of people
Wow.
and that's how like Nashville folks do it. They write 2 songs a day, and because part of it is not overthinking it.
Yeah.
And I think I used to be this way too, just trying to be too much of a perfectionist. And what that does is it like the song that is already there, you just kind of tap into it a bit. But if you try to overthink it using your human logical mind, and a lot of that comes from a place of insecurity, like, is this good enough? Are people going to like it? I don't know. Instead, just be like, yeah, people are going to like it. Like, and actually, it doesn't matter what people like.
Yeah.
Like, this is.
Do you like it?
Yeah, and also,
We like it.
and don't try to like make a hit song every time. This is just the song we're doing now, and tomorrow we'll do another song.
We've had a couple songs where we wrote and we're like, man, trash.
You write 10 songs, and 2 of them are going to be great.
Yeah.
And you just keep those.
And some of those songs you pull back out of the trash.
Ours have been more, right, 10 songs trash too.
Yeah. There's been a few, but for the most part,
Yeah.
And we just start off with like basic sketches on guitar, and then we bring it to the band, and then they sort of
And you
flesh
make it
out.
happen.
Yeah, they add their little elements. What if we did a breakdown here? What if we did this? And then doing it live a bunch of times, you start to discover things, and then you record it, and boom, there it is.
Cool. Well, you know what? Well, with that being said, let's go to commercial, and then we'll get you guys set up, and we'll play some songs.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's go to commercial. We'll be right back.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome back. Live, we have Lulu and the Cow Tippers.
These are the days that I wish I could hide away, spend them all with you. Come be with me till the stars all fade and the sun comes up again. Lay your tired head upon my chest, let it be your pillow, let my heart be your lullaby. And we can sail up into the sky, where there's only you and me, spending our days out in the sun, and live our lives just like we might have, just like we might have just begun. I will wrap you in my arms, hold you tight, make believe it time is standing so still. We kiss swim into the deep, just you and me, into forever, never knowing when the end will come. Caught up in this atmosphere, making love our only voice. It's your voice I long to hear when I feel you drawing near. When there's only you and me, spending our days out in the sun. Live our lives just like we might have, just like we might have just begun.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
thank you.
So we got another one here. This one's Keep Going.
Just keep going.
This is the title track off the second EP, which is available on Spotify and Apple Music. That sounded real promotional.
It really did. That sounded great.
Here we go.
People believe some crazy things and do not know what they believe in can hurt. These times are getting scary, it's true. We must do what we can do. Careful what you say anymore. Careful what you do. Careful where you go around here. What you do when you're in hell, you just keep going. You just keep going. I see in you some of myself, a beating heart that's needing love. We for happy ending, and in the end it's never story. We all want to be happy. We all want to feel good. We all in the end. What do you do when you're in hell? You just keep going. You just keep going and going.
That ending's not normal.
Wow, we just have a new part of it right now.
Usually there's another.
I do a guitar solo. It's
Let me
a
go
whole
back into
thing. Yeah, I can't do guitar solos
All
on
good.
acoustic.
You can try. It sounds weird. Awesome.
And then we got this other track. This is the second track off. Actually, all these tracks are on that
The
same
same
EP.
EP.
But this one is also a pandemic song. This is literally about the pandemic.
Yeah.
Here we
This
go.
is about escaping, going up Highway 1 and finding adventure.
Very cool, as we all did.
Heck yeah.
There we go. So it goes.
Take me out. I've been dying here for days. I really need a taste the music. Give me some rhythm for my soul. I need a beat I can dance to. Give me a song that I can sing. Take me for a ride on Highway 1. I need a change of scenery. I've got a restless heart. I'm longing for some fun. A little sunshine on my face. Take my hand and come with me into the night. I wanna see the stars, how they sparkle. I need adventure in my life. Give me a mountain I can climb on. I need to see a new horizon. Take me for a ride on Highway 1. I need a change of scenery. I've got a restless heart. I'm longing for some fun. A little sunshine on my face.
Good job. That's awesome. That song sounds fun.
That was a good one.
That sounds like a fun
that.
song.
Yeah.
I could envision myself riding in a convertible
Heck
VW
yeah.
cruising up Highway 1.
That's right.
You could hear it right at the beginning.
That was another one of those fast writing songs. It
Yeah.
was literally just like,
After 2 weeks of the pandemic, I'm going crazy. We need to write something. We need to get together.
yeah, that happens. Everyone was, trapped at home and that not working. But see, the thing is, I work from home and I was still working. So I'm like, nothing's changed for me. And I was like, we need to write songs. I'm like, I'm still working. But it worked out good.
The whole
Yeah.
world shut down. You're still working, and you're going stir crazy.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love staying at home.
But we got together once a week and actually had band practice, which was
Yeah, that was
not
kind of the
something we
thing.
usually do.
Yeah, we had this little spot in Tuscadero that we
That's great.
would practice. That was
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't normally do that? You practice by yourselves?
We just we're
Yeah, rehearsal is sort of like when you first start in a band, rehearsal's good, but usually once things get going, rehearsal's not a normal thing for bands.
Really?
Yeah, because especially when you're doing this a lot, like you're doing 3 shows a weekend, and now you want to rehearse.
yeah.
Now you want to can I get a night to myself? Like,
unless you're putting together new stuff that you want to go over and
Yeah.
like nail.
Huh.
or sometimes if the band has a few horrible nights in a row, then it's like maybe we should.
Maybe we should practice.
But yeah.
Or you're just like, you know what? We gotta air some laundry right
Yeah,
now. Let's all
that's
get
true.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some rehearsals where that's the thing, you get 4 personalities in it, especially musicians.
Sure.
There can be some characters. And you get them all together. And
Right now we have Tyler Mitchell on bass and David Chalk on drums, who's also our sound guy, who is one of the best sound guys in the county.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a nice gift to have for the band. And
I feel like the drummer is always like the less dramatic guy, right? I mean, he's just back there rocking, you know. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he's front and center anyways.
I know.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, everybody likes the drums, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with a band, you're only as good as your singer and your drummer. Those are like the two ones that, because if you get a bad drummer, the timing sucks.
Sure.
the bass and
You're just kinda
the bass and the drums, they've got a lock.
Yeah.
So
Oh, very cool.
yeah.
So what is next for Lulu and the Cow Tippers and Lulu and Chaos and Donna and Donna and Todd? I don't know. Maybe that's the next one.
Donna and the Donnas. There's a band called the Donnas.
There is.
D&T.
Yeah. Well, we're actually playing on Sunday at Long Branch for Mother's Day. What time is that at?
1 to 4.
1 to 4, which should be a fun little gig. We were one of the first people to break in their stage, and they liked us and having us back for Mother's Day. So it should be a fun little Mother's Day celebration. We've got,
And that's a really kid-friendly place. Not only the stage,
Yeah.
they got a skate ramp there for
Totally.
kids. I mean, who does
Yeah.
that? You know,
That's cool.
So I'll be bringing my kids to the gig.
all right.
Sometimes my son Mason will come in and sit in and sing a song or two, which is always fun.
Cool.
It seems to be a crowd fave.
What about some big plans for the summer? Anything that you guys are playing? Any gigs that you guys are looking forward to?
No, it's usual stuff. But they're all good. Every gig is good. Yeah, we're doing. We got a Harry's on the books.
We have
those.
Harry's.
Those are 4 hours, by the way. I don't know.
Just you guys?
4 hours. That's
Wow.
Which used to be the going time slot when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
So, which is strange because the pay hasn't really gone up since my 20s either. Like, what is up with that? Like, we deserve a pay raise.
One drink every hour.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff.
That's how.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, awesome, guys. Todd, thank you so much, guys, for coming in.
thank you.
Thank you.
Donna. Really appreciate it.
you.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, we'll have to definitely get you guys on, you know, down the road, maybe at the end of summer, see where you guys are at.
Yeah.
You know,
Sounds good to
and,
me.
you know, maybe some more music will cultivate between now and
Heck
then.
yeah.
So
Right on.
awesome, guys. Well, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County. Lulu and the Cow Tippers, Todd Andrews, and Donna Lou, right here in studio, the What's Up North County guys. But we can't do this without you. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite Pest Control, El Red Rooster, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, Paso Robles Furniture, Amy and Jamie's Place, and now 5-Star Rain Gutters, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!